Now, I know what you're thinking, that is definitely not what was in the box. So, on my last video that I posted up on YouTube, I sort of teased a Tusken Raider, which is this guy. I've been experimenting with paints sort of while I've been working on this Enterprise, which is on my TikTok channel, same name. Obviously, between doing these Aztec masks, I've been looking at experimenting then with various paint methods, sort of different shades, and building up various different layers with the airbrush. Now, typically, if I get a Stannarts sculpt project, I like to give it the treatment of hand painting. However, I have really fancied some of the subtle effects that you could achieve with an airbrush on this one, and I decided that this was pretty much a really good canvas to sort of experiment on. But I mean, the detail on this print is insane. Detail on the leather. So this basically is a very light zenithal highlight. Started going over it then with dark textures of browns, started to whittle it down with whites, ivories, just to basically start building up layers of grime until we eventually get to the correct colour and the correct staining of the bandages and the wraps. Quite enjoying this process actually, of just nipping the odd little thing into the airbrush every now and again, just to texture up the grime on the bandages. It's been a really therapeutic way to do it. Haven't actually started on the body just yet. I want to get some more references before I do that. But in terms of the actual body, and bear in mind this is obviously a bust, I've just started taking a look at some of the options for browns for some of the leather work there, whilst maintaining that zenithal effect. So these layers are very light, and obviously I don't want to compromise any of the fantastic detail in any of this. I mean, this kit screams for, you know, washes and things like that to really bring out the detail, and it will get that. The back, I'm going to try and keep it as a nice pristine black. I mean, I've already failed there, but I'll come back to it and sort of make sure that is highlighted very nicely. Then for the base, I've been experimenting on a base to sort of take the opportunity, because I've got another project coming up where I need to replicate aged Durasteel in the Star Wars universe, which sort of goes off with a bit of a tinge of brown. And that's kind of what I'm going for with this one. Again, this one's going to really lend itself to some fantastic weathering, but I just wanted to establish some base colours on it before proceeding. And again, I'm happy with where we are. I mean, to me, that's a base. This this headpiece, and obviously we're missing the various attachments that go into the Tusken Raider, like this tube. I mean, you can see the connection points. I'm not going to bore you with that, but right now I'm still very much trying to figure out the best way to build up the grime, and I think my approach at the moment is probably the right one. I may even try a very light wash, a series of washes, different colours, and see what effect that has on this, because again, I can always paint over that and it'll work, because these bandages, the wraps, are going to pick up dirt, are going to pick up grime, so it doesn't matter if I get the colours wrong, because I can tone it back, I can knock it back with so many various different methods. Is unbelievable. So yeah, quite excited on this one, I'll be honest. I do want to finish this so I can really focus on that and give it the full attention that it deserves. But yeah, that's in case you're wondering what's happening with it, that is where we are with it. So I was going to try a little bit of hand painting, a little bit of dry brushing with this Green Stuff World ivory and parchment white. Now there is a set I've got with it's kind of like aged ancient aged white and bone and stuff like that, and I'm thinking that's what I'll probably pull out and utilise the most, I think. But until I've sort of got on top of a few aged projects, this is sort of having a little bit of side seat. But don't worry, I'm going to come back, and I've already started work on a shuttlecraft and various other bits and pieces. But yeah, I just need to focus and finish up a couple of projects and get them out the door basically. So stay tuned, more updates, and I'll do a separate video for the Enterprise build, so people are just aware of what's going on with that one. Okay, take care.